So now let's take a look at the setbacks and how we overcome them. Okay, the disadvantages. One, you're still seen only on a rotational basis, just like PPC. So you may not be seen as much as somebody else paying more and stealing your leads, and therefore you may not get as many calls. Sadly, there are many businesses who set up their LSAs with possibly inexperienced agencies and are not getting any calls. Two is that you still pay for ads, but not as much as with PPC at a reduced rate, and so the ROI increases because now you're getting calls, not just views or clicks. Thirdly, not all who apply get approved by Google. And fourth, not all who are approved are shown, only 1 out of 4. So if they approve 100, they show only 25. And fifth, you might get up to 30% of calls that are inappropriate. And so you're still paying for them and losing money. And the calls could be like somebody looking for a job, somebody trying to sell you something. Okay. So now comes the good news. If you never participate in LSA, or worse still, if you did and didn't get any calls, then you might want to pay attention now. We've helped hundreds of businesses successfully so far get approved by Google, and our approval rate is 98.8%. So that solves problem number one. And then we use proprietary methods to make sure that our clients have all the calls they could possibly wish for by showing them on page one much more consistently. Because just like you, we are very good at what we do. This solves the disappointment of being Google approved but not get any calls, as many firms have experienced. Our most important distinguishing benefit is the fact that we monitor the calls to see which ones were not appropriate, and then we get you a refund of up to 30% for calls that didn't apply. This gives you that 30% of refund, which becomes play money, which you can use on some other form of reaching out to your target audience. For example, like our secret weapon, where you hog the whole first page of Google, decimating the competition, as we'll discuss with you soon. If these sound like good deals to you, get in touch before the 2 slots are taken, and let's talk about your specific situation and how we can work together, as there are limitations and consequences to waiting, and why it's best you act now. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about that now, because there are only 2 or 3 slots per location. So if another law firm secures the spot ahead of you, you may not have a chance. The second is that the approval process takes some time, like 30 days for you to show up. And so while you're waiting, you're missing out on all these leads, calls, and revenue. And then the third thing is that we are continuing to reach out to law firms in neighboring locations, and you might not have a chance to use those leads and calls, as you'll be losing them to them. So to recap, this is great because Google recommends you. The green check mark builds confidence and trust, and you get better conversions. You're seen right on top of the page, above even the sponsored ads and SEO, and even the maps. All the reasons why you must take advantage of it before there are any algorithm changes, which of course we can predict, when this opportunity to accumulate clients may not exist. So later, I'd like to share with you what we include, with this plan for our clients. And what we include is that how they can have a consistent flow of leads and appointments with what we call a secret weapon, where they have even more real estate on the first page of both Google and Bing, like many of our clients who occupy the whole first page of Google and Bing, making it hard for someone to knock them off their lucrative position. Some lawyer clients will share with you actually bought up like 30 locations because they saw the value. Okay, they wanted to ensure they got rid of the competition. And then you also need to automate the follow through and nurturing of these and past customers, giving you better conversions and better ROI. So remember Ryan, we told you about the family lawyer? He used his funds towards these additional services, which automate his lead nurture and his page one positioning, so he can never get knocked off his base. I appreciate your time, and I would very much like to hear from you as to what you think and what you think about this plan and the strategy. And looking forward.